Have you ever wondered why you make your worst financial decisions late at night or after a long, stressful day? It's not just bad luck, it's science. Your brain has a limited supply of energy for making smart choices, and when that tank runs low, guess what takes over? Impulses, cravings, quick dopamine hits. That's why you end up buying things you don't need, ordering expensive takeout, or clicking Add to Cart on stuff you'll regret later. And here's the scary part. Modern marketing is built to catch you exactly when you're most vulnerable. When you're tired, they win. When you're sharp, you win. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how mental fatigue hijacks your wallet. You'll learn the science behind decision fatigue, why tired brains crave dopamine, and how that craving leads to overspending. I'll show you the real-world traps designed to drain your bank account when your defenses are down. And more importantly, I'll give you practical ways to protect your money, even when you're exhausted. If you've ever felt frustrated by your own spending habits, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll finally know how to take back control. Lesson 1. What is decision fatigue and why it matters for your money? Let's start with a brutal truth. Every single decision you make drains a tiny bit of your mental energy. It's like your brain wakes up with a full battery, but each choice, no matter how small, pulls power from that battery. What should you wear today? Scroll social media or read a book? Coffee or tea? These micro decisions don't feel expensive, but they cost you mental strength. And here's where it gets dangerous. When you burn through that willpower reserve, your brain starts running on autopilot, defaulting to shortcuts, emotional choices, and worst of all, impulse spending. Decision fatigue isn't just a productivity problem, it's a financial problem. And the scary part? You don't even realize it's happening until your wallet's already lighter. But by the end of this video, you'll learn how to spot it before it drains your bank account. And here's where it gets even more real. Decision fatigue isn't just about big, life-changing choices. It's happening with the smallest things in your daily routine. And those tiny moments stack up fast. For example, let's say you spend 10 minutes every morning deciding what to wear. That might not seem like a big deal, but that's 10 minutes of your willpower battery draining before you've even started making financial decisions. By the time you're standing in front of a menu or scrolling Amazon at night, you're running on fumes. Another example? Constantly switching between apps on your phone, replying to texts, answering emails. All those micro decisions are pulling energy from your ability to stay sharp with money. The solution is simple but powerful. Reduce pointless choices early in the day. Set your clothes out the night before. Meal prep on Sundays. Automate your schedule. Every choice you remove up front protects you later when real money's on the line. Lesson 2. The science of tired brains and why they crave dopamine. Now here's where it gets sneaky. Your brain is wired to reward you when you're stressed or tired by pushing you to chase quick pleasures. That reward chemical? Dopamine. And nothing triggers that dopamine hit faster than impulse purchases, fast food, or scrolling for new gadgets online. After a long day of making tough choices, your brain screams, "Give me something easy, give me a win." And that's exactly when you're most likely to overspend. Marketers know this. Algorithms are designed to flood you with ads for shiny objects right when your defenses are lowest. It's not an accident, it's psychology. If you've ever said, "I deserve this," while buying something dumb online, it's not your fault, it's biology. But understanding the game is how you start winning it. And here's the dangerous twist. Your brain doesn't just want any dopamine when you're tired. It wants the fastest, easiest hit possible. That's why scrolling social media late at night feels so addictive.
It's not the content, it's the chemical reward your brain is chasing. Same with ordering food you don't need, clicking on limited time offers, or saying yes to that $12 subscription trial that sounds fun in the moment. So how do you fight back? One of the smartest moves is to build in delays between the impulse and the action. Set a personal rule: no purchases after 8 p.m. Use apps that lock you out of online stores during certain hours. Another trick? Pair rewards with useful habits. Instead of buying junk when you're drained, reward yourself by watching your favorite movie, but only after doing something productive, like planning your weekly budget. Turn dopamine into a weapon for your goals.
Lesson 3. Real-life financial traps that prey on fatigue. Let's get real about the traps you're walking into every single day. Ever notice how grocery stores put candy, gum, and cheap gadgets by the checkout line? That's decision fatigue being weaponized against you. Fast food apps hit you with irresistible one-time deals late at night. Streaming services recommend expensive rentals right after you finish binge-watching a show, exactly when you're too mentally drained to care. And let's not even talk about late-night Amazon purchases. These aren't accidents. They're systems engineered to catch you slipping. The people who design these platforms know that tired brains don't read fine print, don't compare prices, and don't think long-term. They think, I just want to feel good right now. But today, you're going to start seeing these traps for what they are. Rigged games designed to make you broke when you're not paying attention.
And the traps don't stop there. Ever notice how apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash conveniently send push notifications right when you're winding down for the night? Your favorite burger is just one click away. That's not a coincidence. That's precision targeting. Even your favorite clothing brands send late-night emails with exclusive deals, knowing you're mentally too fried to compare prices or ask, "Do I really need this?" Practical solution? Turn off non-essential notifications. Seriously, don't let marketers control your attention. Use a separate email just for online shopping so their promos don't clutter your real inbox. Want to go next level? Set up friction points to make spending harder when you're tired. Remove saved payment info from your favorite shopping sites. If you have to physically go find your wallet to complete a purchase, that tiny extra effort is often enough to break the autopilot. It's not about discipline, it's about designing speed bumps before the cliff.
Lesson 4. Why willpower alone doesn't work and what to use instead. Here's the part nobody tells you. Willpower is a limited resource, and trying to just be stronger when you're tired, that's like trying to run a marathon on 2 hours of sleep. It's not a moral failure, it's neuroscience. The trick isn't to rely on willpower, it's to design your environment so you don't have to. Think of it like this: why fight temptation when you can remove it entirely? Set spending limits on your favorite apps. Delete saved credit card info. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. You're not weak, you're just human. And humans, when exhausted, will always choose the easiest, most rewarding option in front of them. So make sure the easiest option isn't buying junk you don't need. Your environment beats willpower every single time.
And here's the truth no one talks about. Relying on willpower is like bringing a pocket knife to a gunfight. It's not fair, and it's not built to last. Instead, the smartest people, especially the wealthiest, don't even give themselves the option to fail. They build automatic systems, so the decision is made before fatigue even shows up. Want practical examples? Start by setting automatic transfers from your checking account to savings or investments every payday, before you can talk yourself out of it. Use apps that round up your purchases and invest the spare change. Another powerful tactic is to use prepaid cards or gift cards for entertainment spending. When the card runs out, you're done. No guilt, no overspending, just hard limits. You can also schedule specific money days during the week to make any major purchases or financial decisions. Never on impulse, never when you're tired. And here's a simple one. Delete your credit card information from shopping apps. If you have to get up, grab your wallet, and manually type in the numbers, it forces your brain to wake up before spending.
Lesson 5. The hidden cost of small purchases when you're exhausted. Let's talk about a trap almost everyone falls for: the lie of the small purchase. When you're mentally drained, that $6 coffee or $15 delivery order feels harmless, right? Wrong. It's not about the size of the purchase, it's about the habit being formed. Those tiny dopamine hits become a pattern, and patterns turn into financial leaks. It's death by 1,000 cuts. One small purchase when you're tired doesn't seem like a big deal until you zoom out and realize you've spent hundreds, even thousands over a few months. And here's the kicker. Tired brains don't track patterns. They only focus on immediate relief. But by recognizing that even the harmless purchases are part of a bigger system draining your wealth, you can start building habits that actually protect you instead.
And here's the catch that makes small purchases even more dangerous. They feel harmless because they don't scare you. Nobody panics over $4, $9, or $20, but those numbers add up quietly, like a dripping faucet you don't hear until the water bill shows up. So how do you stop it? One of the best tactics is using a small purchase journal. Every time you make one of those $5 or $10 buys, especially when you're tired, write it down or log it in an app. Seeing those numbers stack up in real time forces your brain to connect the dots. Another trick? Set a threshold rule. For example, if it's under $15, I wait 24 hours before buying it. That tiny pause breaks the autopilot. You're not banning fun, you're just forcing clarity. Suddenly that cheap delivery or late-night Amazon buy doesn't feel as harmless when you see the total at the end of the month.
Lesson 6. How fatigue leads to bigger, life-changing money mistakes. Now let's go deeper. It's not just small purchases that fatigue ruins, it's the big ones too. Ever stayed up late researching cars, apartments, or investments, thinking you're being productive, but in reality, you're too tired to see the red flags? Tired decision-making leads to expensive commitments, signing up for overpriced subscriptions, accepting bad loan terms, or jumping into risky deals because your brain wants the discomfort to end. Think about it. When's the last time you said yes to something just to get it over with? That's fatigue. The worst part? Those mistakes don't just hurt today's wallet, they echo for months or years. Protecting your energy isn't just about saving money now, it's about protecting future you from financial messes that take way longer to clean up.
And it's not just the big purchases themselves, it's the long-term consequences they create when you're not thinking straight. Signing up for that gym membership late at night because you felt guilty about not exercising happens all the time. Buying an expensive online course or program because an ad told you this offer expires in 2 hours. That's not education, that's exhaustion being exploited. Want practical ways to guard against these mistakes? Use a cool-off commitment for major purchases. No decisions over $100 without a 48-hour waiting period. Set calendar reminders to revisit those choices when you're fresh. Another powerful move is to build a trusted advisor rule. You can't buy anything over a set amount unless you run it by someone you trust. It could be a friend, spouse, or even a future version of yourself by writing a note, "Would I still want this in 48 hours?" The tired version of you wants relief. The rested version of you wants wealth. Choose wealth.
Lesson 7. Building financial systems that don't rely on willpower. Let's switch gears. How do you win this game? By building systems. Systems are like automation for your brain. Automatic savings, preset grocery lists, strict screen time limits at night. These aren't boring, they're freedom. Imagine going through your day with 50% fewer decisions to make. What would that mental space feel like? Systems save you from yourself when you're running on empty. Financial pros don't have stronger willpower than you. They just make fewer decisions. They don't fight the battle. They build roads around the battlefield. Set spending caps. Use cash for fun purchases instead of cards. Schedule decision-free days when you don't shop online at all. Structure beats strength. And if you set up your life to make smart choices automatic, fatigue won't stand a chance.
And here's the beautiful part about systems. Once they're set, they work even when you don't want to. Think of it like cruise control for your finances. One of the best examples? Preset spending categories. Use budgeting apps like YNAB or Mint to create hard spending limits for things like entertainment, food delivery, or clothes. Once you hit the limit, game over until next month. Another powerful move is the Sunday setup. Take 30 minutes every Sunday to review your accounts, plan big expenses, and prep meals. That way, by the time Thursday night rolls around and you're fried from work, you don't need to decide what to eat or whether you can afford takeout. The work's already been done. You're building a life where smart money moves happen automatically. And here's the bonus. The fewer choices you face daily, the more energy you'll have left to focus on the things that actually make you richer.
Lesson 8. Your action plan to outsmart fatigue and protect your wallet. Now let's put this all together. Starting today, your job isn't to try harder, it's to build smarter systems. Step 1. Audit your day for decision drains. Where are you burning mental energy on pointless choices? Step 2. Automate wherever you can. Bills, savings, subscriptions, get them handled before your brain gets tired. Step 3. Design your environment. Remove the easy temptations. Make the default path the smart path. And finally, recognize that fatigue is not a weakness, it's a signal. When you feel drained, don't punish yourself, protect yourself. The goal isn't to be perfect, the goal is to be prepared. And the more you build these systems now, the more future you will thank you, with a fuller wallet, less stress, and way fewer regrets.
And the real power comes when you stop reacting and start anticipating. Imagine walking into a store already knowing exactly what you will and won't buy. No surprises, no panic swipes of your card. That's what proactive decision-making looks like. Practical ways to build this? Start with a shopping shortlist. Before you go online or into any store, write down what you actually need. Anything not on that list? It doesn't get bought, period. Another smart tactic is the wish list delay. If you find something tempting, add it to a wish list or save for later cart, but set a rule. You can't buy it until it's been there for at least 7 days. That simple pause kills impulse buying. Want next-level discipline? Use a visual goal, like a picture of your savings goal or debt payoff taped to your desk or home screen. Every purchase now gets measured against that bigger win. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of 90% of people, because now you understand how mental fatigue has been quietly hijacking your wallet. You're no longer just reacting to life. You're building defenses, creating systems, and protecting your financial future like a pro. Imagine where you'll be in 6 months, 12 months, 3 years. Not stressed about late-night spending, not wondering where your paycheck disappeared, but confident every step of the way. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Every smart choice you make, no matter how small, stacks up like bricks, building your financial freedom. And the best part? You're not doing this alone.
This channel is here to give you the strategies, tools, and mindset shifts to help you win, no matter what life throws at you. So if you got value from this video, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more practical strategies that turn knowledge into real wealth. Let's build this together.